Welcome to Hangin' Out. Let's do this.
And Mike.
And Mike.
And Mike. Yeah. I had to. Although you did me dirty with that, Michelle.
And we discussed before, I get my screenshots for the AI from people's videos. So you said, I'm not bald. I know, but when you have that camera on, a lot of times it cuts off the top of your head on your stream.
Yeah. I've since moved it up. So like I can sit up and I'm not cut off.
All right, we'll get a new one. But yeah, okay, the Michelle thing will be over. We'll think of something even worse next time.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Although, you know what? That looked like the start of some anime where I transform. I'm Sailor Water or something like that.
So yeah. So we got Mike on the show. How's it going, Mike?
It's going. I am foregoing dinner tonight to be on the show. I took my boys to their moms early, and we're in the middle of 3 feet dumping of snow. So it's been a fun day, but I'm here, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, since you're here, Phil had to say must be scraping the bottom of the barrel.
That's true.
Which you pointed out scraped the bottom of the barrel last time, but
yeah. So now it's a fresh new barrel. This is
a whole new barrel,
cream of the crop.
Kelly said, "Hold on, everyone." Because we were having some technical difficulties, meaning my computer completely froze right before show was supposed to come. I'm in the house now. I think Kelly might actually be on the screen.
Oh, hey, yes, she is. I didn't even know that was like a Where's Waldo thing.
Yeah,
I did that phone position perfectly.
I didn't notice either. She pointed out to me that she was on there because I'm used to. Normally, when we're doing the show, I have a 46-inch or a 43-inch TV monitor right in front of me. Mm-hmm. Now I'm on like a 15-inch laptop screen. So our windows, I mean, it's not much bigger than what Poe's seeing on his phone until everything's on here. But let's continue on with who's in the chat so we don't. Megan's here.
Hello.
Massive snow today, she says. Yeah. We'll get to snow stories here shortly because, yeah, mine is the smaller story, but there's some snow happening. Polo's here. Good to see you, Polo. This guy's here. Casey
Munchkin.
Good to see you, Casey. He's watching
Corey, the television fella.
Television fella. Yeah. Who else is here? There's more. Casey's watching football and this show. Torque is here. Good to see you, Torque.
Hey, Torque.
And Saboteur just popped in. So there we go. I think that's everyone who's here. Polo's asking about a Pinball M tournament. I'm still waiting to get with Greg with the pinball tournament. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on when. So anyway, Megan's saying hello to everybody. And Joker's here.
Hey, Joker.
Good to see you, Joker. So yeah, as Megan brought up, the snow, ours probably started first, and it will be gone probably before you guys even get to your max, because tomorrow the sun's supposed to come out here in Texas, which usually takes care of any snow. We only ended up with about an inch or two of snow. Icing was more of a problem here, but it's not bad. Semi trucks on I-10 though, several large wrecks around our town because these guys are driving. I'm watching in the hotel today at work, and they're just driving 70 miles an hour down the highway with snow and ice on the highway. It's like, I don't know what they're thinking. And Kelly and I actually spent the whole weekend at the hotel. The boss asked if we would be able to make it with the weather. And I said, you give us a free room, we'll come in now on Friday night. And we stayed all weekend.
Nice.
Made it home today, no problem, though. Poe, you got snow?
Got a little snow. Well, I haven't checked for about 5 hours the actual dust. We were at about 10 inches then, and it's been steady since. So cold, and we're not going to have the melt off because it's going to be, close to 0, I think, every morning this week coming up. So
Wow,
can't rely on the melt off. But had the shovels out, and the ice melt will be coming. I'm not doing the ice melt until it's totally done. So don't need to make another layer of ice underneath more snow. So.
Yeah. Yeah, my problem was with being gone all weekend. I didn't get to go out and clean off the solar panels till I got home today. So I'm actually running off the generator right now because our batteries are hurting. But Mike, is the snow getting up your way now?
Yeah. It started snowing at about 4 a.m. and it has been heavy and not stopped since. Although Polo, I'm Canadian. I've been driving through it all day today, not nearly the worst, but we've got about 1.5 feet now. And every single time I have cleaned off the driveway, by the time I'm done, there's another inch. So it's coming down that heavy, and it's not supposed to stop for another 2 days.
Yeah, that sucks. Ours is supposed to stop afternoon tomorrow, so hopefully
And
I have seen Retro Bliss's bald head, so he should not be talking about glare. That's why he wears the hat.
Yeah. I didn't get there yet. First, Casey said if we put a wig on you, Mike, you'd resemble a manly Michelle. It's interesting.
Not even a manly Michelle. Michelle herself is quite manly, and apparently that turns Casey on.
Right. Nobody knows more about Michelle than Casey. I think he knows more about Michelle than you do, Mike, because he studies her so much.
He creates his own AI porn of Michelle. That's okay, because his mom has called me daddy so many times. I feel like I need to take him to the park and throw the football around. Like,
oh, and there it goes. Mike's been waiting all week. Ever since he was coming on here, he's like, I got him lined up. Yeah, when we got up this morning, there was like no snow on our vehicles, but there was like nearly a half inch of ice on everything.
Yeah, so, that's the worst.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. But it's like I said, once the sun comes out here, being in the South Texas desert, West Texas, the sun will melt it off, even if the temperatures don't dictate. Today's high, I think, was 25, so it's still chilly here, but it'll melt off. Let's see. Megan says, what did she say? I haven't had any snow since I got back from Pennsylvania. Now, since he has more snow than I saw the entire time I was gone. Yeah. This storm is huge. Just the scale of it it's still down here in Texas and it's up there hitting you. It's basically the same storm system. Is just crazy. Let's see what. Casey's laughing about something. We don't know what.
Oh, playing ball with me because his mom calls me daddy.
Yeah. Phil's got over a foot of snow, keeps shoveling the snow, but it would immediately get covered again. Yeah. Luckily, I didn't have to worry about any of that shoveling. Well, I did have to clean off the solar panels, but that's not shoveling. So, Joker's got 6 inches. Wait, hold on. Are we still talking about snow? Hold on here. He says at least. Yeah.
That's 6 inches, right, guys? Right?
Right? Yeah. Okay, dog. Stop it. My dog doesn't like he can't figure out why I keep talking to the computer.
Yes, he wants to see.
But
actually, that's quite a thing in this kind of cold weather. If you have 6 inches, bravo.
Yeah, we're in shrinky dink territory right now.
Yeah, it looks like a pickled egg down there. Thank you.
Yeah, I was telling some people at work the story of when I was in Iceland and that guy was mouthing off about how no one was going to haze him. And we're like, we don't really haze people in the squadron, but he wouldn't shut up. So they carried him out of the barracks fresh out of the shower and threw him in a snowdrift and then shut the outside door. So he had to walk all the way around to the main front door would have mounted to a vagina by that point. He was so wet, you know?
Yeah. At that point, you've got an innie.
You got an innie. But yeah, I was just telling that story yesterday. Casey doesn't remember the last time he saw snow.
See, that would make me sad. It's funny because like I've got other friends in like Florida and in California, and they're always like, when it's cold up here, they're like, "Oh, don't you wish you were down here?" I'm like, "No, I like hockey. I like skiing. I like the winter." And actually, there's kind of a zen feeling to shoveling your driveway or brushing off your car. Like if you just resign yourself to, this is what I'm doing for the next half hour, whatever. It's a zen. It's a peaceful time. I have my smoke. I clean everything up. It's nice, and I don't mind the cold.
Yeah.
I can't stand the heat.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. It's funny because I grew up in Phoenix and lived most of my life in Arizona, and I used to say all the time, "Turn up the heat. It's fine." And then all of a sudden, it's like a switch got flipped, and now I can't stand the heat. And in the winter,
You know what it is?
what's that?
I had the same problem. You got fat.
Oh, it could be. Yeah. Could be. Yeah, and then
That's what happened to me. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, geez, it's 70 degrees out. It's so hot in the sun.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, it's 33 degrees out in the trailer when I tried to start the show out there, and I'm wearing this thin, not lined hoodie. It's like I don't wear a lot of, even in Colorado, when we were in Colorado, I wore a lined hoodie. That was my jacket for the winter. But I didn't spend a lot of time outside, you know, if it's super cold. Poe, what are you drinking tonight?
I have some Gatorade and some coffee. Everything I need.
Mike, do you have a beverage of the evening?
I got some water here. That
Water?
doesn't really count, I guess.
I'm doing my normal cherry Coke Zero because Sunday night we always have pizza, so I can eat pizza and then go on the show, and I just drink a Coke Zero cherry. So that's what I always have for the show. Yeah. So, Polo's talking about the shrinkage still. By the way, Mike, your mom told me to tell you hi.
Oh yeah, and I've got that dime I owe your mom, Phil. So I'll PayPal that to you. By the way, that's for 5 sessions.
Right. I was going to say that was brilliant yesterday at the end of your stream when I said that Poe's mom said you owe her $7. You're like, that's 40 visits. Man, she's giving you a bargain. I can only get 20 for that price.
Oh wow. Well, she likes me. All the moms like me.
Yeah.
Although Phil's mom got really mad when, like, right after we were both in bed and I was FaceTiming Poe's mom, she didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, she gets jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's room for everyone.
That's what I keep telling them.
Yeah. I thought it was the other way. There's room for all the guys in your mom.
That's right.
Phil and I want Christmas presents and birthday presents. We won't complain here.
Well, after I'm done throwing the ball around with Casey, I'll get on that. And yeah, Polo, I'll take Phil out for ice cream.
Yeah. All right. This has been fun.
Yeah.
What now, Poe, you've been working so much. I know your gaming has suffered. I mean, not your game play, just ability to play.
Yeah, that stayed at the same level.
For sure.
Yeah, but you're not getting much time to even play anything, right?
No, not yet. We'll see what happens. We were supposed to be scheduled tomorrow through Saturday or Friday, so we were going to be looking at a weekend. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the guys that are going into startup tonight probably won't go in with the roads the way they are. So they'll probably be adding Saturday immediately when we get in there tomorrow.
Right.
But I mean, they closed the highways anyway in a state of emergency to all semis and everything. So nothing's coming in and out of our plant till at least Tuesday as far as shipping goes. But they still want us there. So
yeah. Yeah. And now, Mike, you does the weather affect your work at all, or
Only if it knocks the power out. I work from home and I travel as needed. I work for Ross Video. We do graphic systems and visual displays for television and for live events. So we've got a good number of like MLB contracts, NHL, NBA, NFL, as well as like right now, like I've previously worked on like University of Kentucky stuff, Rupp Arena. Um, and so we're actually entering in a really busy time. Like I'll be working a lot of overtime, but it's all like I can basically keep my own hours as long as the work gets done and I attend any meetings I'm scheduled for. But all the baseball projects, like I've got 2 baseball projects. One of them's due in a month. And then another one is due like a month after that. And then I've got a soccer project that's due probably about a month and a half after that. So it'll be really, really busy for the next bit. But I love this job because again, it allows me the freedom. Like if I need to go pick up my kid from school, I can do that because I'm here, and I'll make up the time whenever because I stay up super late. I used to work in film and television, like film and television proper. I used to travel to a studio every day and do all that. And this is so much nicer. It's the best job I've ever had. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Kelly and I used to work in television.
Okay.
What was that show? I can't remember what it's called. They had they were filming a scene for a show on Paramount, I think it was. And they, one of the guys that was involved in it stayed at our hotel. And he's like, "Hey, we're looking for extras just for people walking around the town." And so we got paid for 2 days of being extras. And all these, there were probably 10 or 12 of us in that room. And Kelly and I were the only 2 that got called out to do the extras walking stuff. And
if you guys looked the part,
I guess if you watch the scene in super slow motion, there's almost a couple of frames where you can tell it's us.
Oh, good.
That was
it's funny.
Little Orphan Annie and Daddy Warbucks were walking down the street. I saw that one.
Right. You know what's funny? Our car actually got in the show more than we did. And they kept coming out and telling me to move my car. And I thought it was because my car, we live 3 miles down a dirt road. Our car is dirty. The day after we wash it, it's dirty again. And they kept telling me to move it. And I'm like, dude, if you want me to, I'll just move it around the corner. So it's not in your shots. And they said, no, we're having you move it to be in the shots because it looks like a car that would be in this town. Everyone else's cars were clean. And so our car was in several different scenes from different angles. And it's one of those, the continuity problem was not, because you'd see the right side of the road, there's our car. And then they switch the camera angle to the other side, and there's our car parked on the other side of the street facing the other way. But so our car was in it pretty much.
If I just did a share my screen, you could see some of my bling.
Okay, let's see.
That's some of my bling.
Nice.
So that's 6 Broadcast Design Awards, a Gemini, and a Canadian Screen Awards. The Geminis they don't happen anymore. It's a Canadian Emmy. That's the far right one, but they changed into the Canadian Screen Awards, and that's the second one to the right. So that's the stuff that I won at Global. Actually, there's 2 that aren't represented there. I didn't get to. Actually, no, I did get my Gemini trophy. I have that upstairs, but the studio kept all the other ones.
Oh wow!
And offered me the opportunity to purchase my own copy of the statue for $400 if I wanted to. And I said, you know what? I don't need that.
Wow.
Well, that's nice. My bling.
Well, that's nice. Really awesome.
Well, it is.
Don't forget to put the chat up. I need to see what insults Phil is slinging.
Got to put that back up.
Yeah, so my 5 sessions equal 5 seconds in total. Yeah, that's true, but that's because your mom gets so wet, it's a slip and slide. I fall right out of there. Yeah.
That's $72 an hour. Your mom is $10 for the whole night. Nice. Hey,
Yeah, but I mean, no, I'm not gonna say that.
Creep's here.
Hey, Creep. Lots of snow up there getting pounded.
Are we talking about Phil's mom again?
Yeah.
Lots of snow and pounding. That's Vegas,
right.
baby.
Let's see. RTX Pinball's here.
Hey.
See ya. And Polo saying hey to Creeper. Yeah, how about them Patriots? I haven't watched any football since the playoffs started, so I don't even know what's doing what. I know the Steelers lost, right? And then I stopped paying attention.
Right.
The Cardinals lost they lost their spot in the playoffs like week 3 of the season. So that was out of there. But so
where were the Patriots playing? I know you said you weren't. They weren't playing at home today. I know that. So
I don't know.
At least they didn't have to deal with all the snow up there.
Yeah, I don't.
Pretty sure they were playing in a football stadium, Poe.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Football. Like American or football soccer?
American.
Okay.
Football American or football the rest of the world?
Although the term soccer originates in the UK, so the English getting all upset about calling it soccer doesn't make sense. They created the word.
Yeah, I have seen that before.
Yeah.
Wait, did they get rid of Mike Tomlin?
Yeah. Well, he stepped down, but if you're from around here, you hear a lot of people yelling that he should have been fired before he stepped down. So.
Oh. Wow, so now they're going to get a 4th coach since we were born? Oh, were they playing in Denver, I guess?
Denver.
Oh, okay.
Started to snow, got crazy. Yeah. Started my television career on the is that Uncle Al or the Uncle AI show?
I think it's Uncle Al.
They didn't even know how to spell AI when Bliss was a kid.
Well, when Bliss was 4 years old, clearly that wasn't a talkie. That was silent
Uncle
film.
Al. Uncle Al.
Yeah.
Hopefully Uncle Al didn't touch you, Phil.
Oh, Mike, I got to tell you, you're rubbing off on me a little bit. They take that.
I usually rub off on Phil's mom, but
I was watching another a YouTuber doing a reaction video today. We're watching this young couple. They're going through the whole Beatles discography.
Okay.
And the kid says he's probably like 22 years old, and he said something was on accident, and I'm like, it just right away. I'm like, oh, good thing.
Doesn't it hurt? It just hurts.
Yeah, I was like, holy cow!
It makes you.
My daughter said it the other day.
You're a 5-year-old.
My daughter said it the other day. I'm like, I did not raise you to be like that. How could you?
What we need to do is whenever our kids or anything says that, we need to be like, wait, say that again, record it, and send them all the mic.
No.
Would you talk to them?
I can still like people if they say those things, but they're like, I'm going to develop a twitch.
Megan remembers Uncle Al.
Don't worry, Valentine's Day is coming soon. That's the one that one of the ones that always killed me.
Valentine's. Yeah.
Yeah, just think of anything that hurts you to hear, and then apply that to remote, apply it to on accident. Yeah.
Oh.
Ballerina. You should have seen her.
Is he that far lagged behind? That was like 12 minutes ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
It wasn't the computer lag. That was just the Bliss lag.
That's the natural Phil lag. It just registered.
You hear the old dial-up sound when Phil's thinking.
Oh. So I brought up the Beatles discography. Mike, was there any vinyl you wanted to talk about? We haven't had a vinyl show in a while.
Night at the Opera is a good record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There's
Hey,
the
I
vinyl.
thought this was a vinyl show. That's our vinyl segment for the night.
There's our vinyl segment. Oh, lived in Cincinnati since '82. The history is strong with me. Yeah.
Cincinnati.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have that shirt on now. I got my No Sleep Till Brooklyn shirt on, but I think I'm backwards with this camera.
Yeah, I had to pop in and unmirror myself because that bugs me when I look like that. It doesn't bug me when you look like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't look any better either direction. I just
Joker says used to was. Oh, I've never heard that. That's really bad.
Now we lived for about a dozen years in Arkansas, and I was convinced that the people in Arkansas, I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but not really. I'm pretty sure they do not know the word "were" exist because we was going to the movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can all of them say it? And one day I was talking to the high school English teacher, and they went on a field trip, I think. And I asked her about it when she was in the grocery store where I worked. And she said, oh yeah, we was there and having a great time. I'm like, well, there you go. The English teacher just we was.
So those don't bother me as much because they're like local colloquialisms, like y'all and all y'all and yous guys and stuff like that. It's just yins and stuff. It's the one of the best examples. My dad's best friend, we used to call him Uncle Rick, but he lives near Dallas, and we were visiting him. This was in the 90s. And my brother and I go to the corner store to like get some candy or something. And the lady behind the counter, we're in Texas, and she's like, all y'all are Canadian, aren't you? And I'm like 12, my brother's 10. And we're like, how did you know? She's like, because all y'all speak in sentences. Like, what? Phil is still like 10 minutes behind.
Oh, organ grinder. I thought he said he was an organ donor. Well, 1 inch at a time.
I'm an organ donor. I give my organ to Phil's mom all the
time. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go with you grind your organ on Phil's mom. But...
That too.
Oh, that means something.
I used to be I like Johnny Cash. I like Johnny Cash a lot. And I used to change the lyrics. I used to be like famous for this. For changing the lyrics to Johnny Cash songs to make them your mama jokes. Like the full thing.
Right. Nice.
It was good times. Good times. If I sang one here, you'd probably get I'd say demonetized, but I don't think either of you guys are monetized yet. You should be. I like watching you guys, but
yeah.
I've been to do that. One guy that I work with, when we work on the other side, there's the oldest guy in our group, the bricklayers. He listens to the local country station all day long. And it drives me nuts because the 10-hour shift, you're hearing the same song from every DJ that comes on. So at least 3 times a day. And so I change the words to all those songs, and it pisses them off, but it makes my day. It goes by a lot quicker. Are you going to kiss me or not? I turn that into, are you going to fist me or not? And he didn't like that at all.
I love, like, I've got YouTube Music. That's my audio. Like, I don't use Spotify. I've got YouTube Premium. It comes with YouTube Music, so I use that. And anything, like, I've got a likes folder. So every time I go in there, for whatever reason, the YouTube videos that Poe made of Fartlight, Old Poe singing Fartlight, and the Rainbow Connection, they come up. And every once in a while, I'll be driving, and it'll just be like, turn on your fart light.
They should pay me each time those get played.
Phil's thing. I'm going to sing one of them for you. At least like the first 2 verses. I think be really good. We'll sing about Phil's mom. Can we do that?
Sure.
When I was just a young man, your mama told me, son, whip out that big thing yours and show me how it's done. I fucked your mama's anus just to watch her cry. Oh, but when I got her pussy, I heard that big old whale sigh. Your mama says, come on now, let me suck you till you're done. I'm thinking of your sister, now your mama's full of cum.
Yeah.
Good times.
Sent me into a coughing fit. I had to mute the mic there.
The taste of your mom is sweet. I smacked her with my manly meat. But when she spread her legs, I fell into a pubic maze. I fell into Phil's mom's gaping pussy. I went down, 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 and it smelled awful musty. And it burns, burns, burns. Phil's mom's pussy. Phil's mom's pussy. The smell down here is rank. I'm covered in your mama's stank. Okay, I'll stop.
Oh, that's awesome. Creeps does it. Gee whiz.
Yeah, I know. This took a turn, didn't it?
Yeah, dear, this is a gaming.
It's gaming from our childhood, right? Play with your buddies. It's the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, you're not far off of it.
That's hilarious.
Good times.
Good times. Oh, do we have any gaming to talk about? I don't know.
I do have to say that Phil posted, or not posted, in our little group chat about the Uno Kart Plus.
Oh, yes.
And after he did that, I saw somebody else posted it in one of the various Facebook groups. So, yeah, that looks pretty promising. I actually went and pre-ordered the yellow one. They don't have any more yellow ones, but it's supposed to kind of match the Pac-Man 2600 Plus. So, yeah, with that, you can put your ROMs on there, and it'll actually should play on your 2600 and 7800 Plus, but you have a little LED screen to pick the ROM.
Yeah, and then it just feeds that ROM to your Plus system.
Yeah, that way it should work. So, and I never had a ROM card for the 2600. I never got the Harmony card or the original Uno card or anything, because I had all those games on emulator and on my soft modded Wii and everything. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and grab this thing. Just if I want to play something that I don't have the cartridge for, I can just throw it on there. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I did buy another capture card just because they had them on sale, and I hate that when that happens. On work, Friday was a very slow day at work. Everything was frozen. So was Saturday, yeah. And we're just mostly sitting around waiting for things to be unfrozen so we can work. And one of these guys that I used to watch, he tells you whenever things go on sale or when they're up for purchase, like the PS5. That's when I first started following this guy. And he said that this capture card was $159, and I think it's usually around $300 for the thing. So I'm like, hey, I'll grab that, and then I'll have one for upstairs and downstairs. Why not? And it's their better one, the newest version. So that was what I did gaming wise this past week, is ordered stuff that I don't really need again.
Wow. Yeah. I should get a better one. Mine's a cheapo. But
I used to use those little cheapo ones. They just look like an adapter. You know, you could plug your HDMI.
I actually really like that because it was the only way I was able to capture Atari 2600, because something in my system won't capture the audio right. Like it'll come in and come out because I think it thinks it's digital noise. But so like my Elegoo capture card wouldn't do, or Envato or whatever. So the other capture card I have, it has an audio, that little square thing has an audio jack. Yeah. So I was able to do line in, but now it's doing all this noise and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
I mostly bought those ones there, like for my arcade when I was doing a lot of stuff for the arcade, and they were cheap as hell. But I had at least 2 of them that all of a sudden they didn't work, and when I touched them, it was like touching a hot frying pan. It's like holy crap, you know. So, I mean, they were cheap enough so you could just grab some more. But then I eventually moved to the bigger one that I have now.
Yeah, this one actually, the one that's in here that I just showed you, this is the one off my iArcade that I brought in here for something. But yeah, I can't ever capture the audio, so I always have to do like when I'm doing my Sprint videos and the Atari videos in here, I kind of know where I need to set the TV now. I'm getting pretty good at that, so it's an okay mix, but it's just coming out of the TV speakers.
Yeah.
And
so for me, trying to just capture the raw game footage, it's a pain in the butt, man. ROMs make that so much easier. I just capture my screen and we're good to go.
Yeah. And then now when I recorded all my the pinball stuff or my truck stim and air stims and all the flight sims and all that I have my microphone audio on a separate channel and all that, so I can do a mix after the fact. And I don't have to worry about setting levels or anything. Just do it. And if my microphone happened to be picking me up quiet that day, just boost it. If the game was quiet, just boost it, you know. And now I have to kind of hope that the mix is okay. I think Mike, you watched that first video I did with the VR flight sim that just came out a couple months ago. And you can't hear me at all.
Over the engine. Yeah, it was a loud engine.
Sound, I just got a comment on that video like 2 days ago. Man, I can't hear you at all. It's like, yeah, I know. Look at the other comments.
It's a great improvement on the usual videos.
much better than normal. Much better than normal. Let's see. Bliss, I think Bliss had another.
Yeah, he had another dig. I responded.
If your mom and dad get divorced in Canada, is still making brother and sister. Oh, here's Mike's response. Despite mom finding out that my dad banged her mom frequently, my parents are still together. Polo asked, am I going to buy the Bethesda Pinball M pack in February? Yes, I am. I can say, it's Pinball M, and it's been a year since we got any Pinball M, so of course I'm going to buy it. But if it comes out the standard version on Steam, I will not buy it. But I will if it comes out on VR. I'll double dip there. Casey says he never orders.
Never.
Because everyone needs 47 copies of the same thing.
No, he's good now. He only buys 2 or 3 copies of the stuff he really likes. He just gets 1 copy of everything else now. He's got to pay for that extension on his house. I'm looking forward to seeing when he moves everything into there, as well as his wife's boobs.
Right. Yeah. You gotta have priorities. That's
right. Yep.
Yeah. But no, I am jealous of Casey's collection, but I have nowhere to put it. And
I have nowhere to put my collection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to be able to afford a big building just to house my collection.
Yeah. Because unfortunately here you guys are seeing like 2/3 of my house.
Yes.
Everything you're seeing here is about 2/3 of my house. And look at how much of my ceiling I have drywalled. It's
an impressive amount.
That is an impressive amount. Actually, everything to the right of here, the ceiling is done, but and that wall is done over there. But I made the mistake of putting up, of course, put in the doors, windows, and all that stuff, and then insulate it because we live in Texas, so it's either 1,000 degrees or it's cold. So I had to put the insulation. But then if you want to move into the place, you got to put, your TV on the wall, and you put stuff up. So now it's a matter, I got to rip everything down in order to hang drywall. So I don't get to it. And actually, I don't know if you can see the motion. There's a ceiling fan right up here. that's why I haven't continued over with the drywall, because I'd have to take the ceiling fan down to get the drywall up. So it's okay. I'm lazy. That's the bottom line.
Well, for those of you who thought that the Offgrid arcade title was just a name, no, he lives in a shack in the middle of Texas.
Yeah,
in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. No, what do I always say? No wires, no pipes, nothing comes onto our property. So we are completely
Not a single luxury like Robinson Crusoe.
Please tell me there's a flushing toilet.
There is not. We use composting toilets.
That's where I draw the line. I need a flushing toilet.
But you can use the compost for plants. Not.
But edible. I then have to, like, it comes out of me, and then I have to transport.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's not that bad though. My wife got the boobs, so now he can buy all the games he wants. So there you go.
Not that it stopped him from buying all the games he wants prior to
and
that.
What a sacrifice!
You should see what this guy brings back from Portland. Holy crap! I don't know how he fit his family in his vehicle with all he bought. He takes like 2-3 wagonfuls a day.
Jeez. Well, I'm just thinking, what a sacrifice he did, getting his wife's boobs first. I mean, he's just throwing himself. No caution to the wind. Just doesn't matter. We'll do the boobs.
Yeah, how about stop thinking about yourself and think about us? Get your mama boob job.
Right. Think of the rest of us.
I'm tired of having to move them out of the way to get to the.
He paints a picture.
Yeah. What's that old? What was that old joke about plastic surgery? The old lady that got the bolt in the top of her head, and whenever she needed to facelift, she could just crank it down. And after like a year, she goes back to the doctor and says, "This thing isn't working at all. Look at the bags under my eye." And he says, "That's not bags. That's your boobs. And if you crank that bolt one more time, you're going to have a goatee." Yeah. Oh, let's see. About as close to van life as you can get. Been there, done that. We were full-time RVers for 4 years. So this was a huge upgrade when we got into this building.
Yeah.
Because we were and our RV is older, no slides or any of that stuff. So it's a 30-foot Class A. So you got the driver's seat and all that stuff right in the living space. And it's only 30 feet long, actually 29 feet long. So it was small, but Kelly's little, so she doesn't need a lot of space. So that left me a lot of room.
So you just put her in the glove compartment and you had the rest of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I'm driving, I stop running around in there. But I forget who I was talking about. We have a queen size bed here, and people are like, "Well, you're a pretty big dude. How do you?" I'm like, that motorhome, the bed size in that motorhome is a little wider than a single bed, not quite as wide as a double bed or a twin. And the gap from where your head goes to your feet is 6'3". And so Poe, yeah, he's not fitting in there. I'm 6'1", and that if my head was almost touching the one, my feet could fit in the thing. But so we actually had to switch sides of the bed so I could put my feet out past the wall. Yeah. So when we moved from that bed to a queen size bed, it's like luxury. But
these channels that I watch that are like the van life, the dude is always 5'9", and it's like, yeah, okay, I get that, but I'm 6'1" as well.
Yeah,
and forget it if you're Phil or Poe and you're Gigantor, but like just even at 6'1", it's like that does not strike me as comfortable at all. And you're in the back of a van or whatever, and you're always hunching.
Right.
So I'm jealous of these guys. They're like, oh yeah, and there's a good 6 feet in the back of this van, so I can walk fully upright. It's like, you shorty.
Right. Yeah. Kelly's like, what's wrong with the 6 foot? She can do jumping jacks. With ceiling.
It's my basement for me. I got to duck a little, and that's just because the one light fixture. I don't know how many times we've lived here since 2009. I've smashed that light bulb on my bald head several times. So lately it's been all right. I got one of those LED shop lights down there that you can angle the different fins for light. But a few years back, we thought we smelled a gas leak or something, and that's when I still had the regular light bulb in there. And so the firemen come in and they go racing down the stairs, and then I hear, I come down, standing like, sorry, it's all over his helmet and everything. I'm like, dude, I do it like once a month. It's all right.
Yeah.
Time for some pot lights.
Yeah. That my arcade trailer, that's a 6'6" ceiling. So it's all right. I'm not going to bump my head on it, but it's still, I'm playing pinball, so I'm standing up, or at one of the arcade cabinets and I'm standing, and you do play it the way I play. You got to be careful if you're just, because it's like, throw your hands up and I'm hitting the ceiling. But, but that's not too bad. The problem there is the door itself the door opening is only like 5'10" or something like that. So I cracked my head on the top of that door jamb. When I was going out there every day before, I would hit 2 or 3 times a week. I'd hit my head on that freaking door jamb coming out. And that's not fun.
That was back when we used to play cornhole VR together. And I tried playing in my dining room. And I don't know how many times I'd whack my hand off the chandelier above the dining room table. And my daughter'd be in the room laughing and putting me on Snapchat, recording it the whole time.
Nice. Phil's got an actual retro gaming topic.
But this is a vinyl show.
Yeah, it's a vinyl show. It's a Your Mama show.
It's a mama show. Speaking of smashing helmet. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a soundtrack earlier and everything. It's great. What's
Burns.
You guys used a Pytrex? What's that?
Pytrex it's like a little cart, but it emulates you could put ROMs on it and it'll emulate the Vectrex. I do not have one. I don't need one. I have a Vectrex. But I am looking forward to the Vectrex Mini, which does a similar thing. But the Pytrex, it's basically a Raspberry Pi. You could put ROMs onto it, and then it's got like a video HDMI out, and you can play Vectrex games like on your television.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's a cool little thing for sure.
Nice.
Lord knows it is expensive. If you wanted to get into Vectrex, it just buying the system, you're not going to find one for under $400. Phil says it actually plugs into a Vectrex. I didn't know that.
Was that the thing that Retro Gaming Boys had? Retro Game Boys, I think, had that for sale. 10 of them for sale. Something like that.
So is that like you can load games on it and then play them on your Vectrex, I guess?
Yeah, I thought it was
something
like a
else.
flash card.
Okay, then it's like a flash. No, I have not used a Pytrex.
Yeah, I saw it and I asked Phil about it one day because I don't have a Vectrex to use it on. But when I saw the guy was only had 10 made, thought I'd let Phil know because I know he was collecting. So
yeah, because he did get a Vectrex recently. On that retirement income that seemingly has an endless supply.
Right. Yeah. Oh, speaking of things in limited supply, you said there was only 10 of those. I did see OG Hugo said he had the first 20 chips that he was going to make his adapter for his Intellivision.
Oh, yeah.
For the Sprint.
For the Sprint.
So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Let's see. You can plug into a Vectrex. I was lucky and got my Vectrex for $350. Retro Game Boys did have 10 of them. Yeah.
There you go.
A friend of mine made one and only charged me for the cost of the parts.
Nice.
That's how your mom charges me.
She parts it out. Is it nothing?
Oh, you touched a boob. That's an extra half cent.
That's Yeah, you might as well just go the full cent, the full penny.
Well, we've already covered. I have to touch the boobs in order to spread them to get to the. Yeah.
Right. That's true. That's an easy penny she makes.
Yeah, that's right. Because you got to touch both.
What if you only use one hand and you're just really
unless
quick?
you flip her on her head?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I just put a box fan behind me and turn it on. That's up out of the way. One of those stock guys you see at the used car dealership.
she's like the wavy tube.
Sometimes you get slapped in the face with one, but that's all part of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know. She might charge for that. Slapped in the face with a titty. That's 7 cents.
7 cents. That's twice the cost of the whole visit.
Yeah. You don't play around with that slapping stuff.
Apparently not.
Yeah, you don't even want to know what happens. You get a nipple in the eye. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, my mom always warned me about that. One of these days, you're going to get a nipple in the eye.
Right? Yeah. Man. My mom's never been to
so far as you know, Phil.
That you know of. Oh, I saw Pose posting on his OnlyFans. I remember when your mom went.
When you're posting on your OnlyFans and you're trying to have something to reference for size, get the little White Castle burgers, and then it looks huge. Put it right beside it. Or like the mini cans of Coke. Just like, yeah.
Yeah. I used to say, when I first got together with Kelly, because she's so little, I said, yeah, next year our Christmas cards are going to just be her holding my junk because it looks so much bigger with her tiny hands.
That is the number one reason to find yourself a small woman.
Yeah.
You'll always feel big.
Yeah. I just haven't told her, she can just live in her little fantasy world thinking that it's bigger than it is. It's like, no, you're just small.
Wait. Whose fantasy world, Bart? Really?
Right. That's true. She's not.
It looks like the lollipop gill going on right there in your bedroom.
Just hop her out.
We like to you too much, can land.
Hey, be nice to Kelly. I like Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly is the coolest. She should be on here instead of Bart. Bart, get up.
Kelly, you're up. I'm out.
She can't. The only problem is she can't reach the camera.
Yeah, yes. This camera is nearly 3 feet off the ground. You just see the top. Yeah.
Oh, that's my usual view of Phil's mom.
Yeah. I was just telling a girl, one of the customers today, I made a short joke as Kelly walked by, and she kind of looked over and I said, well, the way I tell people is, and this is a true story, when Kelly and I were just dating, she was over at the house and I was throwing a tennis ball for the dog. I throw it down the hallway back when I had a full-size house. And one of the times the ball hit something, I don't know, and it rolled underneath like a china cabinet thing that sits, it's got about 6-inch legs on there. And I looked over at Kelly and I said, hey, could you walk under there and get that ball for the dog? And she married me anyway. So at this point, it's on her, the short jokes. So she's come to expect them. And
yes.
As long
I remember your story that like she thought you were upset with her because you hadn't made one in a while. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I told her, no, I've been making them. They just all flew right over your head. Yeah. No, she's really good with the short, as long as they're funny and not mean.
Yes, that's the big difference. And I've always thought like mean spirited. You can't do that.
You can't do that. Yeah.
The little fun jabs, they're okay. But
yeah. I'll say stuff like it's always good when Kelly and I go grocery shopping together, because if she needs something on the top shelf, I can reach up and get it, and if I need something off the bottom shelf, she can reach up and get it.
And it's great because whenever you're trying to like, if you're talking to somebody like, you know, one of your kids or something, you're trying to give them a moral lesson, she'll come in the background and help you out with the Oompa Loompa.
She's got all the songs ready to go for any situation.
That's right.
Yeah. He's back there singing now.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, good times. Good times. So what else has been going on? Mike, you got a lot of stuff going on all the time.
I got too much stuff going on. Recently, I've had a couple different, one I have to reply to, a couple different Brazilian programmers for the Atari 2600 have reached out and asked if I would show their games. And I streamed yesterday, Tektronic or Bintronic, depending on if it's physical or digital. There's some great games there. I really, really liked playing those. So I'm going to have to do more with those in the future. But there's another one, and I was looking at his games, and they look really good too. This coming week, on Saturday, I'll stream free games from Intellivision Revolution, because he's got his digital store up, and I like to mix it up. I don't like to do the same system like over and over and over again. So we'll have some Intellivision this Saturday, and then the following Saturday I'll probably do this other guy's 2600 games. But the thing is, like, I want to do, not everybody watches my live streams, so I want to do videos on them. It's like, you know, here are the games from Bintronic, here are the games from, I forget what this other guy's company was, here are the games from Intellivision. Like, I want to do those videos, and I want to, like, I've got I still haven't done a video on the Sprint. I think that window's kind of closing, so I might not end up doing a video on the Sprint at all. And quite frankly, Casey's got you covered. Yeah. If you want any, like, you've got to watch through a lot of different content of his live streams to get all that information, but it is all there, and you should. And they're fun to watch.
I would like to see you tear it down, because I haven't seen anybody else do that yet. Yeah,
I do usually do that. Yeah, maybe I will. But I've also got the Intelleport to do. I've got the Inti Nest to do. I've got that digital. Poe actually did a video. It was a video on a game, but he kind of, half of it was looking at the controller, the digital controller. I need to do a review on that. I've got that. This coming week, I'm not doing a game review. So on my channel, I do 3 weeks of game reviews and then I have a week off. But I am going to spend, I don't know if the video will even come out this week, but I'm going to spend a lot of time with the top-down camera, opening things up and looking at them. So like the Intelleport, the digital thing, maybe I'll throw in the Sprint there. Getting ready for those videos when they actually come out, because I do like to be really thorough. And it just takes so much time, and I've got no time, and work is busy. I will have some overtime in these next 3 months. So I try.
Well, I just got to interject in here really quick, Mike. I don't know if you saw, I chuckled in the middle here. You made a statement, and you didn't make a joke, but Kelly did say top down and opening things up.
Nice.
She caught.
I'm going to be in my next session with Phil's mom.
Yeah, she caught the opportunity there. Someone's got to step in there. And I do want to say though, Mike, when you're talking about missing the window for the Sprint, that's usually when Poe does his. You know, he'll get his new console or whatever, and after everybody
I tell you, like,
3 videos on it, he starts
the 7800 plus, right? I ordered that day one. Okay, everything, but then I didn't get it until like Christmas Eve-ish or something last year or whatever. So I tell everybody, I was like, I know everybody in the world has done their unboxing. This is mine. So if you want to watch it, go ahead. If not,
that said, Poe has already done an Intellivision Sprint unboxing.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
So he when Poe's beating you to the punch, you know the window is closing.
That is true.
Well, that's even like Tutankhamun, right? I got that game just before Christmas from Champ Games, and I made a video on it, but I never edited it. It's just sitting out there. And then I saw Offgrid did his on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I actually had a whole new, different direction I want to take mine in anyway. So I guess mine won't just be gameplay anymore. It'll, it's going to involve.
What you should have done is just as soon as you saw he posted his, like within 10 minutes, posted yours and made his like Tutankhamun review better than Offgrid's.
That's right.
And who needs to read a manual?
Right.
Right.
Well, that's funny. I leafed through the manual, and then I didn't even know that there was such a thing as those flash bombs, because I didn't actually read the manual. I just showed it off.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you how bad I am with manuals. This goes back to Christmas of '86 when I got my NES. I didn't know anybody else that had one of those yet, so I was so excited. My dad hooked it up to the old Zenith TV. I'm going to play Super Mario Brothers came with the thing, or maybe it was Kung Fu was the first one I was going to play. I shoved that thing in there, and I hit the button, and I'm just getting the blinking purple screen. My dad does the same thing. We didn't read anything. We didn't even look closely that you're supposed to push that cartridge in and then push it down and hit power. So then my brother got an RC car that same Christmas, and he was having problems with it. He's like, this thing ain't working. My dad's messing with the Nintendo. My dad got so pissed. He's just like, that's it. Everything's going back to the store. He's jacked. My mom walks over to the Nintendo and pushes down. And there's the game right there on the screen. Mom fixed it. If any of us had sat and looked at a manual or looked at that little thing that said push down, maybe. And I'm still
Your
bad.
Mom is very good at pushing down.
She does, yeah. And she knows manuals. She reads all the latest.
She drives a stick.
Hey,
look at this new weird thing they're doing.
Phil asked me to show some pictures that he sent, so let me throw these.
Are they more AI slop of my mom? And okay, there you go.
Let me get the chat. Oh, Jabba's here. Hey, Jabba, good to see you.
Hey.
Jabba's from across the pond. It's the wee hours of the morning there. Let me get.
Is that Pinocchio?
Get us off the screen so it's a little bit bigger.
That base is bigger than him.
Yeah.
Is that Phil?
That is Phil. Let me see.
I love your hat, Phil.
Is that a pie pan? Were you eating pot pies?
And then he sent this one too.
Oh, nice.
This is on Uncle Al. Okay.
Yeah, Uncle Al. Well, that was
smart.
Aren't
you adorable?
Bring that big old green hula hoop so people could find you.
Look at the hair on those ladies.
Right, he's talking to those kids.
Going on. Wow.
He's like, in the future, they're going to bring this video game called Pac-Man into your home, and I can't wait to spend my money on it.
That's right. It was an Uncle Al hat in that photo.
Yeah, when Mike said, look at the hair on those ladies, I was looking for someone with a really short skirt. I didn't know. It was the
60s after all.
60s, yeah. Yeah. Nice. He was 9, he says.
Yeah. So 1860s.
Oh. Yeah. My dad, when he got into his late 60s, got into 70, he used to always say that he remembers when they invented rocks. Before that, it was just dirt.
That picture with Phil on stage, was that the same play where the guy shot the president in the back of the head and then jumped down to the stage and ran out of there?
Oh yeah, it probably was.
John Wilkes Booth, as seen by Mr. Poestyle. Or, sorry, not Mr. Poestyle, Retro Bliss Gaming.
Retro Bliss. Yeah, that was the Ford Theater, right?
Old Poe was there, too. Hey, why'd they stop the play?
Some fella named John's phone booth shot the president.
Yeah,
I was there.
Right in the middle of the show. Yeah, what a crazy thing. Still in the 1960s, I think. All right.
Yeah, he typo on the 9, but yeah.
Yeah. 1918. It's only one different, right?
Yeah.
It's only one different. So, Poe, You have other stuff that you've filmed, but you didn't edit, or just that one?
Yeah, there was Tutankhamun. There was barnstorming. I'm thinking barnstorming at this point is probably not ever going to see the light of day. That was just going to be a little challenge I was going to throw out there, but
save it, like cut it down to a little segment and do a challenge on hanging out with Bo and Offgrid.
Yeah,
could do that.
Yeah, we need to throw some challenges back out there. Those are fun. I saw.
Yeah, I know. I think it was Polo. He was asking if you guys were going to do one.
Yeah. Polo likes getting into the pinball challenges, and I've been talking with Greg about doing the big 10-week pinball challenges that we used to do, where you get points for, first, second, and third, and then just participation points and all that, and see who can win after a whole season. That's a lot of fun. But trying to see when Greg would be available, and we might do something with that. But I like to, you see someone, I can't remember now, I feel bad because I can't remember the person's name. Someone jumped into that Keystone Capers that I threw out like 2 months ago or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can beat that score. And then his next post was, oh crap, that was over a month ago. I was like, go ahead and post the score. It doesn't matter. It was just for fun. It's just whatever. But it does make things interesting to throw.
It makes it fun. I mean, I don't usually have time to do it, but if it's a game like Barnstorming or Keystone Capers or something like that, where it's going to take like 10, 15 minutes, you play, you get your score, unlike Spider Hunter, I spent like 2 hours to beat post score. To get a really high score, it's a long game, but
if it's a game that you really like that, it is a lot of fun. But after a few hours, you're ready to stop.
Well, and you did it. So I still think, even though my score was higher than yours, I did it with this. You did it with the CX40. You should consider yourself the champion of that one.
That game, I've loved that since I was a kid. My oldest brother got that game, and even the manual had the cartoon pictures of the spiders and everything. I just remember just loving that when I was a kid.
Well, it was that Activision style. It was very colorful.
Yeah.
Simple but cool graphics. Yeah.
See, that's the beauty of my game playing ability. It doesn't matter. All of my gameplay for the competitions is short. It's like, I'm getting in these Intellivision ones that Casey keeps putting the scores up during his show.
Yeah.
On that, what is it? Intellivision, the Facebook page group, whatever. But I've been jumping in on all those, and I'll post my score. And I think the first one I posted my score, and then I put someone's got to hold up the bottom, and I get a lot of likes for my comments because they're always self-deprecating. And it's
and always and here's the thing, it makes everybody feel better about themselves. And honestly, like, even if you came in and you were like the top scorer every time, they just like when people participate.
Right.
It's like the Retro Bliss Ninja contest, which hopefully will come back when he's streaming more often. It's one of those things where it's disheartening if you put that out there and only 1 or 2 people play. But when you get like 4 or 5 people competing for the top score, and lightning strikes when you pick a specific game, and that's just a game that a lot of people like, or is really particularly good for competition, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's really nice when people actually participate, and so you're getting all those likes. It doesn't matter what your score is; they just glad that people are participating.
Right. Yeah, and I'm a big fan of, I like to play and do my best, like when we did the pinball tournaments all the time. But I was always, secretly at least, when Poe would beat me at a pinball table, I was always like, man, that's awesome. Poe got a great score on that one, or especially and Mike, the Gaming Road Warrior, because he doesn't play a lot of pinball. So if he jumped in one of the pinball tournaments and scored better than me, I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's not like we're going to get $1,000 prize or something for.
Right.
Well, and also if you crap on them all the time, they're going to stop participating.
Right. Oh, I do want to bring up, I know it's a different game, that Spiders Arcade, right? And you played that, and I did put it on my iArcade, but the sound is messed up. I've never seen that on the arcade. It's giving me a driver is missing, so there's no sounds at all. Because I saw you posted when I said I'm going to look for it on the arcade, and you're like, do a video. There's no sounds at all. It plays great.
Oh, that's too bad.
Zero sound. So like,
here's what you need to do. You need to play, but you need to be like,
yeah. I'll just take the audio from your play, and
you just took me back. I think that was a Happy Days episode. I think where somebody was picking on Richie, so then Fonzie made the guy do the pinball machine sounds while they were playing pinball. Ping pong, ping pong.
Bing bing.
Yeah, that was a great show. But yeah, so I was kind of bummed. I was all excited when I saw it on the list because it's part of the Viper board, and the Viper board is just genius for all that old retro stuff, because you can just tell it whatever system you're looking for, and it'll tell you if the ROM's available, and you say, yeah, put it on.
Okay.
And it just automatically downloads it.
I never even got that far into it. No, I do have certain systems, like everything downloaded for it on there, but I never perfected it like you did. So
yeah,
there's things that I need to do.
I should look, because they do have Atari games on there.
Yeah.
I should look and see. Well, they wouldn't have that though, because that's a homebrew, right?
They wouldn't have Spider. Yeah, that's a homebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and if somebody does
your own ROMs,
sometimes
you can buy the ROM of that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, there was before we had the Viper, there was the other side of things. With that mystery encoder chip, people were making games that all you needed to do was push it to your system. But a few times I did see people putting newer homebrew ROMs on there, and that's just wrong. You know, they were throwing it out there. And,
yeah,
we're all pirates, but pirates have a code, and one of those codes is don't steal from another pirate.
Yeah, when they were putting games on there for the 2600 homebrew and stuff like that, it's like these guys are trying to sell.
Which is fine if they're free ones.
Right.
Yeah,
but don't sell them. Sell your service, I guess. Like that doesn't bother me so much. But if somebody's actually selling that ROM, you're just going to make a situation where people don't want to create games anymore.
Yeah. Now I got a question for you, more for you, Mike, than Poe, because I really don't care what Poe thinks. But I have noticed from time to time, we go to those. Getting back to the Sprint, and because that's what I'm getting most of my, obviously for ROMs, that's where I'm going, is for the Sprint. Yeah. I'm finding games on some of those free sites, and sometimes they're posted on Atari Age, but now they're being sold for the same game. It might be $5 only, but it used to be free, I guess, when they first came out with it, and it still is available for a free download, but someone is selling it, and not a scammer that's stealing. And stuff.
So the one
person. So what's the role on that?
the one that I am aware of that I noticed was Unlucky Pony. And so Unlucky Pony was an Intellivision Revolution release, I believe. Mm-hmm. So you can buy it for $5 on his site. I think it's $5, but it is free elsewhere because the programmer, because it used to be physical only, after a while, the programmer released it for free. So there's a bit of a miscommunication there or something like that. I mean, it's not like anybody's trying to sell it for $20. Wow, Poe is really upset about this topic and the fact that you don't care what he thinks.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's, I mean, it's weird, but when it comes to particularly Intellivision Revolution, he usually buys physical rights. Mm-hmm. He doesn't buy, like, Electronite, Homebrew Inc., and Intellivision Collector, at least the releases that they do, they own the ROM. Mm-hmm. They either commission somebody to make the ROM or they buy the ROM and they can do whatever they want with it, physical or digital. Whereas in Intellivision Revolution, I think the deal is usually physical. That obviously with this new environment may change in the future. So yeah, I'm not that's the only one that I'm really aware of. I'm not quite sure about that, but the same thing happened with like for instance, Juno First on the Atari 2600, one of my favorite homebrews, port of obviously the arcade Juno First. It was a free download for the longest time. And then Champ Games released it as physical after it dropped from Atari Age, and you can now buy the ROM, but it's no longer free. And the same with a lot of other homebrews that they've picked up. And I don't mind that. I'm happy that I picked them up for free when they were free. But it just goes to say, if you see a free ROM, download it, even if you don't think you're going to play it, because in the future you might have to pay money if you do end up wanting to play it.
Right. Yeah, and the one that brought it up to me, the reason I brought it up, I was looking at some of the free games on, I forget where I even saw it, and there's that game Whale Hunt, and that is now on Rev's site.
Yep.
For like $5. Now, I don't know. I didn't pay for the $5 one. I don't know if it's the same game, if there were modifications beyond, because I found it on Atari Age before Rev even had his site up. I had found it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I know on Atari Age, it was when they were doing a contest that year, and people were putting out the new games and all that. And there were multiple copies that he was putting up. And, that looks like Poe's back, almost. So I had grabbed whatever the newest one was, and then when Rev put his site up, and I'm looking through the game list, I'm like, "Hey, there's Whale Hunt. Is that the same game? Should I not have this?
Or is it a modified?
Yeah. Should I feel guilty because I got this free one and he's selling it? I don't know how that works.
I would say that if somebody's distributing, so MeganTron here, she says, so if I buy an Anbernic device and it comes with ROMs, question is, do I own those ROMs and can I transfer them? My answer to that would be no. Honestly, they shouldn't be distributing the ROMs either. Like, again, it's piracy. But my big thing is, like, I will accept ROMs. I will not further distribute them. And if it's homebrews, I will only accept ROMs from the people who, like, if, for instance, the Atari games that I covered, he sent me those ROMs.
Right.
I didn't purchase them, but I didn't steal them either.
Right.
It wasn't like some third party.
Yeah, gifted from the right.
Yeah. For the purposes of, and that's my thing. Like, anybody that sends me anything, I'm not quick at getting them on the channel, but I promise I will get them on the channel. Like, I owe you that much at least. But what were we? Oh, we were talking. I don't think it's a problem. Like, if the programmer put it on Atari Age, absolutely download it from Atari Age.
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe there is a difference with the Whale Hunt that's on Rev's site. Maybe it's like, for instance, I reviewed Triple Action 2 a couple weeks ago. Intellivision game. It's got 3 games from Yannick Erb on them. And one of them is a version of the game that he put in the Inti Basic competition in 2024, which I had already played. I downloaded, as he added to it. But the game on Triple Action 2 is enhanced. It's got more to it.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Hey, Pierre's here.
Hey,
Pierre.
Good to see you. And so I just, like I said, the Whale Hunt was the first one that really drew my attention to it, because I saw it on there, and I'm like, I already had that on there, which is an interesting game. I never, I downloaded it. It's like, what is this thing? And you don't use the disc at all. It's all just button based on the keypad. And I
like when they mix it up like that. I like different controls for different games.
Yeah, I had downloaded 3 or 4 little games like that were free on Atari Age, and a lot of them I was just turn it on, play it for a little bit, get the gist. And that whale hunt, for whatever reason, I ended up playing for like 20 minutes, half an hour. I'm still hunting whales.
Yeah.
So it is a little addictive to me, anyway. It was, but
well, and that's the thing. It doesn't have to be a complex game to be addictive.
Yeah.
Like simple games can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and so it is an interesting game. I was going to show Kelly, but I forget what happened with it. I was on to a different game by then, but yeah, and she's actually, in fairness, she's actually the one that figured out about those flash bombs on.
Yeah, you said she was like reading the manual on the side.
Yeah, she was playing while I was editing my video, and I think she just was in panic mode, and she pushed the shoot button.
Yeah,
a couple extra times, and then all of a sudden it went, and she's like, "What just happened?" And then, so she's messing with it, and I'm over here editing. The TV in the living room's right here next to my.
So for a lot of these games, you have really 2 options. You can read the manual, or you can see if the game is on my channel and just watch that video. Because in every single one of my reviews, I tell you how to play the game, and I tell you all the things you can do in the game.
Right. Yeah. One of the games I did do that. The first thing I did was because what the heck was it? I can't remember what game it was.
Beat 'em, ate 'em.
And I went to your site first, Mike, and I searched to see if you had it, and you did. So I watched your review because I do got a little selection going on that shelf that you can't.
Yes,
see. It's too small, but the 12 games that Phil gave me, and then Poe gave me a game. Mike gave me a game for Christmas, and then I've gone to El Paso twice now and came back with 2 Atari 2600 games each time.
Nice.
So, and they don't have, man, I'm just buying the cartridge only. So.
I saw Space Shuttle in that picture that you sent us.
Was it in that picture?
Yeah.
Oh, no, Space Shuttle is a great game.
They don't have the overlay there, but they have the cartridge.
You can print out an overlay, because it's a big overlay, and you can kind of just. But that game intimidated the hell out of me for so long, and then I played it live on stream, and it's right up there amongst my favorite Activision games now. It's so good, so immersive, because they're using the switches on your console to control your ship. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, because it's funny because I got to get back to the right screen so I can see what I'm doing. It's funny that you picked that out, Poe, because I took a picture at that store that. It's the only store in El Paso that says Atari 2600 games.
Okay.
There's another retro store that the oldest they go is NES. And I asked that guy, I'm like, do you have any 2600 games? And he's like, no. If you want a 2600 game, you got to go to this guy's store. And he told me the name of the store, and I went over there. And I took a picture of his whole selection and sent it off to Poe. And thinking he would be like, hey, that's a good game, or that's a good game. And all he says is, he just looks at it and says, cool.
Well, next time you can send me the pic. I can give you some recommendations.
Yeah, because I actually was looking.
I told him buy Freeway. That's the best one they got, and he did. He bought it.
I did. I bought Freeway.
Freeway. Listen, a lot of people dog on Freeway, but I played Freeway when I was like 5 years old. I like Freeway. I still like Freeway.
It's a game that we got it at some point, and for 2 players, it was a lot of fun. You know, people rag on it. It's not Frogger.
It's a little dull.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my parents, when we got our Atari, like we didn't even know it. My dad's sister came back from out of state and stayed with us at Christmas. They were playing Pac-Man, Stampede, and those were their 2 games. So we found out eventually, like, we never thought they played any of our video games. Well, I bought them a flashback, 10 or whatever it was, a few years back for Christmas. So they'd have it there for the grandkids and everybody, you know, or anybody wants to play it. And I put a bunch of games on it, and Freeway was one of them. And my parents discovered it on their own one night. It was cold and snowing. And so that became their new favorite. It was new to them. And they were playing it at night, just challenging each other. So I thought you and Kelly would have a good time with that.
Yeah, I bought it specifically for 2-Player Tuesday, assuming we can ever get one going and get going.
A good game for 2-Player Tuesday for you guys would also be Oink from Activision.
Oh, Oink, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if that was on the...
There's a terror. There is a terror when you actually get caught. Like you're a pig. It's like 3 pigs versus, right? And just the sound effect of when they catch the pig is da da da. Oh, it's. I remember.
Yeah, I bought that one probably about 6 years ago. Played it for the first time, and I bought it along with the what is it, Pigs in Space or whatever the Muppet one. I had a whole pig theme going when I made those
Pigs
purchases.
In Space, yeah.
Nice. See, now Megan put up here. She's finding a lot of games she played back in the day were more fun now than she remembers.
Yeah.
I'm finding a lot of games I used to play in the day I suck at way worse now.
Yeah.
I used to be really good, or pretty good at quite a few games that I am horrendous at now.
Definitely. I look at these games now and it's like, how did I sit there and play Metroid and Kid Icarus and, these different games on the NES? And I had the patience to sit there and play the thing day after day until you beat the thing and we're all happy about it, And now I sit down to try to play those games again. It's like they're still fun, but they're hard as hell. And I don't have the time to put in like I did back then.
Well, that's the thing, right? You had the time, and then you get good. The more you play, the better you get. Even if you're not great at the game, the more you play it, the better you get. And then eventually...
And that first year or so that I had my NES, there weren't any game rental places. Not here, anyway. So you had your games you got for Christmas or birthday or whatever, and that was going to be it for several months. So
and as a kid, you got plenty of time to play. So...
Yeah. I remember my dad was on the phone with somebody. I was home sick playing Kung Fu after I got it that Christmas. And it was just me and my dad there. And I was all excited. I beat Mr. X. And my dad didn't give a crap about video games, So my brothers are still at school. I had nobody to tell this to. I run out to my dad. I'm like, Dad, he's on the phone. He's getting pissed at me. I can tell him. Dad. He's like, what? He covers the phone. I said, I beat Mr. X. He's like, yeah, Mr. X, Mrs. X having sex. Get out of here. I'm on the phone. Old Poe learned a lot from my old man.
Oh, that's funny.
I like your dad already.
Yeah. I have a similar story, but the reversal. When we first got the Wii, and we had Wii bowling, of course, and I was in the theater room in my house, and Jason's one of those kids you can't rattle him. And that's part of the reason why growing up in all the sports and stuff, he was always one of the team captains because nothing rattled him. He's always got his head, and he comes walking into the room and he goes, "Hey, Dad, I'm bowling a perfect game." And he was on the 9th frame. He had 8 frames of strikes, and he just casual like it's nothing. And he bowls a perfect game. And I'm like, man, I'd have thrown the next one for sure right into the gutter because for the last ball for sure. And he's just acting like it's no big deal. I'm like, but I did come.
My oldest son is like that too. He's a goalie in hockey. And it's like, I don't know how you don't crap your pants every game.
Yeah.
Like I'm a goalie in hockey, but I used to be. And but I'm not good. There's no pressure of we could win the championship if I make this next save. It's I won't get laughed at as much in the change room of my beer league after this save. But my son, I remember it was a game for the championship. It was provincial championship, and there was 14 seconds left, and it was a penalty shot, and it was a tie game. And if they had scored that penalty shot, they win the game. And he just I was assistant coach on the bench. He was just totally chill, makes a save. We won in overtime. I don't know how. I would have just been like, please put somebody else in the net, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Jason's big, he had a moment in Little League. He made the All-Star team, and we were going in the tournaments to go to the Little League World Series and all that. And we were down by 1 run the bottom of the 6th inning. Jason's up. We got 2 outs, 2 runners on, and he gets to a full count, and he ends up fouling off 2 balls after that. And all of us coaches, all of the parents, we're just like, oh my God, we're down to 1 pitch. If he gets a strike, it's over. And he ends up hitting a stand-up double, and 2 runs come in, and we win the game. And he's just like, no big deal. He's just like, just throw the ball. And I
remember playing basketball when I was a kid, and the game came down to my foul shots, and I refused to turn into the wolf. And I got the shot, and I went right to poof. I didn't even go to the hot chick.
Just go.
That might have been a movie. I don't remember. My head's messed up.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, hold on here. I got a couple things going on with Jabba said he had picked up the first pinball game made for the 2600, and let me see here. I think I got a picture of it.
Video pinball.
That game. What was the guy's name? Smith or they asked him to make that game and to do his research, and he said his research was going down in the lobby at Atari. They had Superman, the pinball game, and he just spent all day long. That was his research, playing pinball, and then going back up and making this game. And then later he went to Magic after that.
In hindsight, video pinball isn't great. I'd much rather play what is it? Bumper something or Midnight Magic. But for what it is, video pinball's all right. I wouldn't call it a shitty game. It's not a great game, but it's
right. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have much to go with at the time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, here, make a pinball game for the Atari. So
Bumper Bash. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. Now, Jabba's pretty good at pinball, though. I made the mistake of becoming friends with Jabba on VR. And now every time I look at my scores thinking I did good, I look at my friend's scores and he's way above mine. I'm like, oh, that's right. I do still.
How do you think I feel? I go on there and every one of you is up here. I'm like 12 pages down.
and every time he beats your score, he goes, Uta Gudas, Bards.
Let's see. Phil had also sent a couple more pictures. Let's get Phil up here.
Centerfold. Burt Reynolds bearskin rug. Only. Look at that. Look at that stud.
Look at that guy. I'm gonna take us down. Get it a little.
That can't be Phil. He's got hair
on top of his head, not just the bottom. Yeah, and
nice.
See. I think he's got. Is that one sharing? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't see both screens on this laptop because the one buries the other. So there's that. Oh, look at this guy.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
You know what? I can see what Casey's mom sees in him now.
Nice. Yeah, that's that. Let me stop sharing. Nice.
Battery power.
Oh no.
We must be getting near the 2-hour mark.
Oh, you don't have the chat on the side anymore. I can't see it.
Oh, yeah, I got to put the chat back up. That's right.
Yeah.
Now we have so many options. I, for one, want to play as many as I can and think we're torn, unlike the blockbuster days of the occasional game for Christmas or birthdays. Yeah.
Mega Man 2. That was always a rental at my place. We'd have it for like 2 days, and we'd almost beat it, and then it'd be like 3 weeks before we got it again. And then we'd have it for 2 days. We'd almost beat it. And then it's just.
Yeah. Bliss liked video pinball as a kid, played it a lot.
Yeah.
Nice keepsake. Don't think I'll play it much.
Yeah. Nowadays, there's much better ways to play pinball.
Yeah. Remember the pinball game on 95? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Psycho Pinball was fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, Jabba's pretty good, and Jabba's got a cool channel. He plays some games. Link is in the description below.
I should check him out.
Yeah, as well as of course Mike's in the description of all my videos and the live streams. I still have post stuff in there too. I don't know why. And then Casey said, see, I get to talking about whose channels are in the description below, and then Casey wants to. Yeah, me too. Casey's in there also. Megan's
Phil's
in there
as
also.
well, I believe. Yeah.
Megan is in there also. She
Okay,
just released a video the other day about the new cube thing that the Steam people are releasing.
Yeah. That's one thing, and it's funny because Keo Daikin sent me a message after, because we had Keo Daikin on the podcast talking about everything at CES. He's like, "Oh yeah, they came out with the price of the new Steam box." And we didn't talk about it because we were talking so much about Atari Hotel, mostly because that's what I was like. I want to talk about this nonsense. Which I'll plug this Tuesday on the Retro Bliss Rewind podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern, either on Retro Bliss Gaming or on my channel, Mike's Gaming Gala. We have Jordan Taylor from Atari Hotels on, and he's going to talk, because I did in our podcast, I said this I don't like this. There's a lot of red flags for me. But if anybody wants to come on, we'll give you a fair shot. You can say what you want to say. So we'll be talking to the Atari Hotels guys. Nice. But Keo Daikin had wanted to talk about the pricing of the new Steam box, and we never did that. It'll be priced between $600 and $1,000. There'll be like different models that you can get.
Yeah. And I was looking at the VR headset, which seems like it has really good specs and all that, but I'm thinking that's going to be expensive as well. And but if
I don't know what everybody I saw, I didn't really look into it much, but a lot of people are talking about Meta and less support for the Quest. Now really? I think they got rid of some companies or something, some development teams.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on about the Quest and Meta and what's going on. And I don't know if you saw it, Poe, but that Coconut Games or whatever they're called, Mighty Coconut, that does Walkabout Mini Golf. They have announced that starting with the next course, it's going to be $4.99 instead of $3.99.
Oh yeah,
they're raising the price, and they're having to ditch a lot of the extra little peripheral stuff. So I never do it anyway, so it's not a big deal. The going out and leaf blowing and all that stuff. We did mess around with the slingshots, but they've added a lot of that other stuff, and they're going to drop that. And they're going to, I think they said they're only going to do, I say only, but 7 courses per year instead of new courses.
I mean, these guys are amazing. You don't expect more than one a year, right? And next thing you know, they're announcing another one.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and it's all part of this whole thing that stuff's going on with the VR segment and these developers. Even someone, Mighty Coconut, which I wouldn't think Meta would have much effect on them, but apparently it does. And
right.
So they had to downscale a bunch of stuff. Jabba just subbed Mike, I see.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Megan and Phil are talking about something in Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
The Brown Eye State. I mean the Buckeye State.
Yeah. But we got to get together and play that new course, Poe. I think you'll like it. The new Coconut course.
Well, or maybe if if weather doesn't allow me to go to work in the morning.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh shucks.
Well, that's
the one thing. It's the one thing that sucks about working from home. I never get a snow day.
Right. Yeah.
Right, and most kids don't anymore either because they give them all laptops, Chromebooks now. So
right.
School's canceled, but you're at home doing homework. Wow, man, I'm so glad we didn't have that garbage when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, there was one time, because when I was in high school, I was living in BC. I was in a city called Coquitlam, which is a suburb of Vancouver. And you don't get much snow in BC, at least at that point in time. You get a little more now. And we lived up the side of a mountain. And, even if you get like an inch or two of snow, they shut everything down because the whole city has like 2 snow plows and every street is like going like this or like this. And I remember being so behind on like this report that I had to do, and it was due the next day. And I remember being, I'm not a religious man. I grew up with religious parents. We went to church every Sunday. But I'm not religious. And I remember being like, please, something that makes me not have to go to school. And we got a very rare Vancouver snow day the next day. And I spent the entire time inside finishing that report. So snow days help sometimes.
Yeah, I remember my brother waking up on days that we would assume there was going to be a cancellation. And my mom would have it on the radio. So KDKA Radio Pittsburgh, they were the first commercial radio station in the U.S. But anyway, sorry. That's what they listened to, AM station. And they would go through the schools, 2-hour delay, no morning kindergarten, canceled. So my brother would go out there, and I could just tell by his expression when he came back in the bedroom, he was like, son of a bitch. I'm like, yeah, we got school today.
Yeah. See, I grew up in Phoenix, and then in junior high school, I've told the story. We moved up to South Dakota. That's where I got my paper route so I could buy my Intellivision. But I heard about these mythical things called snow days. And we moved up to South Dakota. So I'm like, dude, we got this. And the first time it snowed, there's like 1.5 feet of snow out there. So I'm like all stoked. And I go to turn on the radio station. I'm listening, and they're like, Dakota Junior High, half-hour delay. I'm like, what? It's not even a full hour? What is going on? If it was less than 2 feet, you were going to school.
Yeah, and that's the case. That's the case here.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how prepared for that kind of weather the people are where you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we have PennDOT here, and they always tell everybody every year, oh, we don't have enough salt for the roads. You're screwed. It's like every year it's the same story with you guys. You have enough salt. I see these mountains of salt when you drive past.
Yeah. Jason had the best. We were up in Arkansas, and I think it was like his junior year in high school up there. And there was a weather report that there was going to be snow on Monday. So they canceled school on Monday. The snow never came. The weather report pushed it off to Tuesday. So they canceled school on Tuesday. The snow never came, but they pushed it off to Wednesday. So they canceled. You can see where this is going. He missed the entire week of school, and it never snowed a single flake.
When I was younger, my brother came home on leave. We were supposed to have a huge day of snow. I was working at Montgomery Wards at that time. I'm a young buck. I worked on the loading dock at Montgomery Wards. We hadn't seen my brother since he went in, since his basic graduation, because then he went to Germany, then Desert Shield, Desert Storm. So he hadn't come home for a while. He come home, and we were watching just a bunch of movies that night. And I'm like, there's a big snowstorm coming. I probably won't be able to make it to work anyway. So we're watching movies all night long. Finally pass out, and early in the morning, my phone's ringing, and I pick it up, and it's my boss. Where are you at? I said, my car got stuck in the driveway. I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay. I hang up. I look out. There's not one snowflake anywhere.
So when you get there, you'd be like, no, my car wasn't stuck in snow or anything. It's just the engine wouldn't start.
Yeah, it was just stuck,
Yeah.
See, now
Phil's mom was sitting on the hood.
I had a time where I got caught by the boss because we were over in Spain on deployment, and my crew got chosen it was our turn to go around and do trash pickup around the base. And it happened to be my birthday. And the night before, people knew it was my birthday, so everyone was buying me drinks. So I was just shit hammered, and I completely slept through everything. We were supposed to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning and go meet up. And now I was on the skipper's crew. The skipper of our squadron was on my crew, but surely he's not going to go out on trash pickup day. So at about 8 o'clock, someone knocks on my barracks door, and they said, yeah, the skipper wants to know why you're not out there with him. And I'm like, oh shit, the skipper decided to go pick up trash. So yeah, that was not a good time to be me. But it was he just laughed it off at the end of the day. I just owned up to it. I was like, yeah, it's my birthday, and I had a few last night. And he's like,
I had a few
all right.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's see. Yeah, Phil and Megan are having a conversation about
They're
all
just
kinds of
in
places.
Ohio land right
Yeah,
now.
they're in Ohio land, and they probably muted us, and they're just having their own conversation.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah, sorry if we're
Fair.
interrupting you guys at all with with our conversations. Oh man, one thing's for sure, it's not very comfortable being in here. This is what I'm
Really?
sitting
You
on.
live there. It's not like you have many places to go.
This is what I'm sitting on. It's a
Yeah.
little tiny piano bench type of thing, and yeah, no leaning back.
You didn't have a different chair?
No, there's no. We have this to sit on, or the couch. That's
really
it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, technically, there is Shelby's chair. She has a recliner over there.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we don't. There's no room for chairs. My computer desk that I'm sitting at is a 1.5 by 1.5 piece of plywood that is on brackets on the wall.
Well, look at you, Mr. Fancy.
Yeah, that's my whole desk. And I don't even. I'm sitting on the piano bench, but I don't have a piano over here anymore because it's got an Atari and then an Intellivision and then a Nintendo Switch.
Well, you've got your priorities straight.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah. So the piano is now out in the arcade room, leaning against the wall behind a cabinet.
Megan.
Oh, I thought, man, I saw Harrison over there. I thought they were talking about the Beatles, and we were working our way back around, but no, they're still in Ohio.
George Harrison.
Yeah.
He was great in the Traveling Wilburys.
Yes. Yes. Of course, every time I always think about the Traveling Wilburys, I think about how they started off, and it's already George Harrison and Tom Petty are hanging out. I'm like, you guys are dicks hanging out with each other. And then they said, we're going to make a song. And they're like, hey, let's call Roy Orbison. I'm like, okay, now you guys are assholes too. And then they're like, oh, okay. And then they got Jeff Lynne because he's a good producer and all that stuff. And they're like, where are we going to record this? Hey, let's go to Bob Dylan's house.
Let's go to Dylan's house.
He's got a studio. and we're like, you guys are just assholes at this point. You're just
that was such a cool time.
Look at me.
It was such a cool time. All of a sudden you had this super group. And then in country, you had the Highwaymen right around the same time. So, yeah, really cool time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Now, Megan she's gutsy. She typed herself, and she said her mom, this is the wrong place to bring up your mother. I think
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't actually know Megan, so I'm not going to go talking about her mom.
Right. That's true.
I know Phil. I know you. I know Poe. I know Casey. And I know all your moms. But I don't know Megan's mom.
Right. Yeah.
They're still talking about Ohio. How do you find out who in a room, like if you've got a crowd, how do you find out who's from Ohio?
Oh, I don't know.
It's the guy that doesn't stand out.
Yeah. We used to use when I lived in Arkansas. I mean, Texas is still kind of in the South, but Arkansas, you think of it as being in the South. And then if you wanted to pick on someone, if you meet someone that's, say, from Louisiana and you want to feel better than them because you're in Arkansas, I would always say the old, how do you know that the toothbrush was invented in Louisiana? And they're like, I don't know. Because if it was anywhere else, it would be a teeth brush. But yeah, so
that's fair. I mean, you guys are all South to me.
That's true.
Yeah.
I had a friend in the Air Force from Ohio, and he made fun of me and called our state Pennsyltucky. And I had never heard that up until that point. I'm like, what are you talking about? Hell.
Yeah.
So Megan is just inviting it here. But here's the thing. I remember the chat from last week's show. She's also a grandmom.
Yeah.
At our age, it's hard to do your grandmom jokes because they're probably not with us anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
One of my grandmothers is still around. So you could do a grandma joke to me.
Yeah, I'm out of those. My dad's mother died really young. So
actually, the only grandmother I have left is actually a step grandmother. But she so it was my grandfather's second wife, and they got married long before I was born. So she's always just been grandma. So I've got one grandma left.
Yeah.
Mine went, the last one was in 2005. The other one was in 96. So it's been a while.
Yeah. So grandma is 88. My grandfather's 90.
Oh, 88. Yeah, my mom, she'll be 80 this year. So.
Yeah, I know.
Are you coming to the party?
Yeah.
I'll be coming.
Yeah, my mom's 82. Her mom.
My mother's a saint. Damn you, Michael.
My grandma on my mother's side, she made it to 95, and her mother was 99. She died just a couple months before 100.
Oh.
But I do have pictures of.
So do I.
My oldest son, Travis, when he was a baby, and then it's Travis, me, my mom, my grandmother, and my great grandmother. So
wow, that's cool.
So that's
cool.
My great grandfather lived to be 92, so I've got pictures. Like I was 10 when he died, or no, I was 11 when he died. He died in 92, and he was born in 1900, so he was 92 years old. But I have a picture of me with my mother, my grandfather, and my great grandfather, and now I have pictures of my kids, me, my mother, and my grandparent and my grandfather. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. With Kelly's grandma's 96. Yeah. She's 96. She's still alive. But so there you go. If you want to pick on someone's grandma, you want to make grandma jokes. Kelly's is still alive.
There you go.
Yeah. 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 She lives with your mother. That's why she's crazy. We're just throwing out the dirty laundry now.
I won't get into the in-laws here.
So if you go to Kelly's mom's house, it's a double feature.
Yeah. If you go to Kelly's mother's house, you're a braver man than I. And Kelly's got a stepmom, and that married her father when Kelly was 2. So whole life, this is mom. And we specify the stepmom is mom, and her mother is her mother. There is a difference, and it's
I get that.
She's a piece of work, that one. But we love her because you got to. But she can be. It's funny because she can be the sweetest.
You have to love her. You don't have to like her.
Right. She can be the sweetest person ever, and then you say the wrong word, and it's over. You're done. You just But
it's like if you say remote.
Yeah. Oh. Man, we're talking about Chris Collingsworth. We're to the Bengals.
Oh, Megan's family is from Kentucky, so you got to watch it with your toothbrush comments.
There you go. Yeah, that's.
You never, you know that down in Kentucky, you're not allowed to. You never do reverse cowgirl because you don't turn your back on family.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I had a buddy in the Navy. He was from Kentucky, and I met some of his family. He said, I'd like you to meet my wife and my sister. And there was only one chick standing there.
Here's Aunt, Mom, and Uncle Dad.
Yeah.
They make great chicken there. Marathon. Marathon. Megatron.
Yeah.
That was old Poe trying to read.
Yeah. I did have a friend from Kentucky. Oh, I guess he still is a friend. I have him on Facebook as a friend. So,
Well, that counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, everybody that I have on my Facebook is a close personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
So my uncle he actually taught college in Kentucky. He's passed away now. My aunt's husband, my Uncle George, and he played in the Louisville Brass and whatever. He's in bands. He actually played with ZZ Top back when they were first starting, way back in the day. So, yeah, he was a very musical person. Great guy, my Uncle George.
Yeah.
Well, and the great thing about teaching college in Kentucky is you only need a 4th grade reading level.
That is almost the same joke that I had in my. That's hilarious.
I shouldn't. Actually, you know what? I am currently working with the University of Kentucky. I should not be making Kentucky jokes. I'm sure they have a wonderful education system there.
Yeah. It's all we kid because we care, right? It's just.
Although I did walk into like a deli shop when I was working there last time for lunch, and I swear there's 20 teeth in the entire building.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. My dad made the mistake. We had a concrete guy back when we were building houses, and he only had one tooth in the top of his mouth, one of his front teeth. All the rest of his teeth were gone in the front. And when he wasn't around, you wouldn't say it to his face, but I'd be like, "Hey, we need to get that concrete poured." We had another concrete. Is he busy? And my dad would be like, "Now we're going to have to get the tooth." And then one day he called him Tooth on accident. He called him Tooth. and my dad looked at me and I'm like, "Dad, you did not just say that in front of." Luckily, Tooth didn't hear so well.
Because he was also ear.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle the tooth.
Couldn't handle the tooth. You can't handle the tooth.
Is Tooth available? No, he's at the dentist.
I used to have a friend that I worked with when I did telephone systems, and most of us were from the Pittsburgh area, but he was from West Virginia. So when we would be talking to a customer, if it came up, they'd be like, "Oh, you're from West Virginia," and he'd say, "Yeah, I borrowed the teeth and the wheel to get here today."
Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. Well, my son Andrew is
Or the cornhole.
Just
a kernel. Cornhole.
You know what? I'm not taking any shots at anybody's kids.
Yeah, well,
moms are full.
I read kernel was cornhole by accident. It was just an accident.
My son Andrew is a Kentucky cornhole. Really?
That sounds dangerous. Rather be on the other side of that, but I don't want to be the cornhole.
Bill's kids are great young men.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Megan was a network engineer, was born in Kentucky, just wire things up in a southern accent. Cincinnati cured me of my southern draw. I tell you that, I'm sure I've said it before, but that southern draw thing, I cannot figure that out. When I moved to Arkansas, I knew these kids. I worked at the grocery store, so you hire a lot of high school kids, right, that run the checkout counter. And some of these girls, they grew up in the same town, they went through school together, and one of them talked normal, and the other one had such a thick southern accent, I couldn't tell what she was saying. I'm like, how did you guys grow up living 2 doors apart for 18 years? And it is amazing the strength of southern draws. People that grew up together. Hey, game on forever. He's late, but what's up?
The game freak.
Kentucky cornhole.
That sounds like a country song to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he didn't even say it in an old Poe voice.
Hey, game freak. Yeah, it was totally legit. My son. No.
Oh, Chaos is here too.
Chaos is here too.
Nice.
Chaos.
Oh, was Chaos here earlier? Did I miss you, Chaos? If you were here earlier, sorry.
I don't recall seeing him
way early. Kelly said she thought she saw him way early, but I don't know. Let me scroll up now. We gotta see. The very beginning. There he is.
In the beginning,
there was
chaos.
There was chaos.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed is ever since I added Derek to our end credits, he hasn't showed up for a live stream yet. So
yeah,
he's done with you guys.
Yeah, well, I messaged Derek the other day and asked what's up, and he said he just finally realized how much of an asshole you are, Poe. So
he told me it just isn't as easy to fap now that Greg isn't on screen. So.
Oh, that's right.
like when he made that beat him and eat him with your guys' faces, and all he had to do was type into Chat GPT, when I watch the show, I come.
Oh, yeah.
To watch, because he was on that episode of the show, and his face turned 10 million different shades of red.
Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know what he's got going on. He's really busy, he said, but
well, he's got a girlfriend now. They've been together for a bit, but yeah, that'll keep you busy.
It will.
Yeah, with my son, we were playing Mario Party on Switch online every single Saturday. He got a girlfriend. We haven't played that game in months and months and months, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He's been playing a much better game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That is true. It happens. Let's see.
Kentucky cornhole is a high honor by the mayor. Very noteworthy. I will never read that differently.
Or if you don't see it as Kentucky, it says my cornhole is a high honor.
AY.
Oh no!
A little lubrication for the cornhole.
KY cornhole. Stop. Sorry, Phil. I love you, but not in the cornhole way.
Wow. Hey, let's see. Let's see if we can salvage this.
No.
Hey, have you ever heard of that country song? It's midnight in Montana, and I can't get my dick out of this cow. I think it's on the same album.
You missed it earlier, Game Freak. They have that country song.
We had some music interludes earlier.
Yeah, you got to watch the replay. And the song I was talking about was on the radio. Country song. What was it? Are you gonna kiss me or not? And I've been singing, "Are you gonna fist me or not?" My coworker isn't happy about that at all.
Oh.
And Mike sang us songs tonight, and they're classic. I don't normally do shorts, especially of the show, but I might have to do that this week. I don't know if that'll get us more viewers or we might lose subs again, like we did when Old Poe did his song about Nudie Magazine, Bart.
People will find I made the mistake of putting my actual channel here. I will lose subs. My channel is PG-13. I came on here and made it XXX really damn quick.
That was some of the funniest stuff ever, though. just when I thought it was hit the top, then you went even further, and then you went even further.
I am so proud of the line that I'm thinking of your sister, now your mom is full of cum. That's where I usually got the spit takes, when people would hear that part.
Nice. Hey, leave my high honor out of this. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Good times. Good times with Mom's K and KY cornhole. That's right. That is right. All right. Well, we've gone over 2 hours.
Whatever happened to the show? It used to be a vinyl show.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we discovered over the course of the show that we did just over 2 years, right? For every week, and then we went to the once a month. And when Poe and I talked about restarting with something different, and well, we talked with Greg and Mike too, but they couldn't commit to the weekly schedule. But we're like, instead of making it something that would be necessarily gaming related, or what, let's just do hanging out, because those were some of our best shows. Just you didn't know what was going to be said,
right?
And we might have done a couple minutes of prep time and been like, okay, yeah, there's this new game that came out, we might talk, and then we talked vinyl for an hour and a half. And like,
that was a good episode.
So that's why we kind of went with the let's just do hanging out, because that's what we do best. And it's much easier to prepare for a show. Show up 3 to 5 minutes before showtime and click play. Click go live.
No. In fairness to you, Bart, show up 10 minutes prior to showtime, have your computer crash, and then hop on 2 minutes after supposed showtime.
Yeah.
It was just another one of those weeks where all of a sudden, like, I'm doing stuff, and I look at the clock and it was after 6 o'clock. I'm like, holy crap, I thought I still had a couple hours to go here. I better get moving.
Now, sometimes the chats just come in the right order, and Game Freak says spitters are quitters, and then Megan follows up with, and this is why I look forward to Sunday nights.
It's those kind of motivational quotes that really keep you going.
That's right. Sometimes they just pair themselves up.
Megan's a mom and a grandmom. Clearly, she's not a quitter.
That's true. That's true. Yes.
Sorry, that is the one and only Megan joke.
Yeah, until she puts the smiling emojis, and then there's a hint of a green light, and then Mike starts thinking, like, well, maybe we can do another one.
It used to be the joke that I didn't live in the gutter. I was the landlord of the gutter. You say something dirty, you owe me money.
Yeah.
Because obviously you guys both know like what talk in the military is like, and you're always there's a lot of, and then moving on my career in television, it is just as bad, if not worse, in television.
Yeah. We used to, when I was in Spain on deployment, we used to get into the shop before the other guys, and we'd write a porn quote of the week. We'd watch a porn movie and put a quote up on the board, and it lasted right up until I put the quote up. The girl, and this was a legit quote from a movie. She said, "Pull it out of my ass and let me suck it." And this is before ass to mouth became whatever it is now. And but yeah, the
common.
Yeah, the senior guy in our shop said no more porn quotes. So yeah, that
no more mayonnaise.
Yeah. Yeah. Pull it out my ass and let me suck it. That was quality film. And I always say, to this day, I say film instead of film, because I had a English teacher. I should say it proper if I'm going to talk about an English teacher.
Thrill him and fill him.
He was from Scotland, and he had a Scottish, and he would say film.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to watch a film strip. And that was 40 years ago, or however many years ago now. And I still say film. Yeah.
It's actually, it's funny how weird little things like that stick with you. I remember in high school, the way I remembered, like we were doing Greek mythology, and the way that I remembered how to spell Persephone was to say Persephone. And I keep, like, whenever I see Persephone, in my head, it says Persephone.
When I was in the Navy, and I got to be cautious because some of this stuff borderlines by being classified material, so I can't get into specific. But had to learn. I had to know everything about the Russian Navy.
Who did you waterboard and when?
I had to know all the weapon systems, the ranges, and the controlling radars for those weapon systems. And there were these three radar systems, which the name of them is not classified. It's just if you pair it up. And one is the scoop pair, one is the front pair, and one is the eye bold. Now, this is 30 years ago, and I remember it because we were trying to think, how are we going to remember these things? And my buddy just goes, well, it's simple. Scoop your front eye. We're like, what the fuck is scoop your front eye? And he goes, I don't know, but we're going to remember it now. And he was right.
There you go.
And those are the weapon systems in numerical order. Scoop, front, eye. It's like, so sometimes something silly, you know.
Whatever works.
Yeah. And
well, yeah, you say that. Now, in our class in tech school, reciprocity was one of the things we were working on. You know, like an antenna be able to receive and send signals. And there was one female in our class, and her last name was Reppert. And somebody brought up while we're trying to study this, Reppert's crotchety. Be able to give and receive. So that's how I remembered it for the test, the vocabulary or whatever. And
Yeah.
oh, that's funny.
Well, because sometimes you do those little things to help you remember, and they don't work at all. And then sometimes, like, I will die saying Persephone.
Yeah.
Hopefully, many years from now, and you will always remember to scoop your eye out.
I will. Just your front eye, not your back eye.
And I can never get Reppert's crotch out of my mind.
What is a back eye? You mean your brown eye? You don't want to scoop that out.
Don't want to scoop that. Yeah, I don't know. But it worked. It worked. All right. Well, what do you think, guys? We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes almost.
I did get this neat thing in the mail. I'll get to a video about 100 years from now. I didn't know these things existed. Mike May. It's an Australian release in the early 90s. Okay. HES was the name of the company, and they brought out multiple Activision games to one cartridge and sold it in this great big. I saw it and I just had to have it.
Oh, I love those Australian Activision plastic cases.
Yeah. And they show the game. For some reason, Frogger is on there too. Oh, my green screen is messing it up. They throw Frogger in, but then you got Boxing, Stampede, and other Activision games. So I just thought that was so neat. I went ahead and bought it, even though it's PAL. So, but there's the cartridge.
There you go. The Smash Pack.
The Smash Pack, right? And the guy that
I've got to make an Atari cartridge now that says Smash Pack, and it just says Phil's mom, Poe's mom, Bart's mom, Casey's mom.
I found other ones on there that are all different. Some of them have like ones with River Raid and stuff like that, different games on there. But I thought this was cool. Even like I said, even though it's PAL, I just thought, well, that would be neat to have for the collection. Early 90s, from what I found, I haven't found a real good history on it anywhere on the internet yet.
Yeah. So if you want to see, the Australian versions of things, there's a channel that I actually really like. This guy, you should check him out. Benji's Retrospective. I'll type it in the chat, but he's great. I met him through the YouTuber of the Month competition, and he's in Australia, but he reviewed a bunch of games, and he shows those plastic things. But whenever he does an NES game, he shows that shot of him putting the game into his console and closing it, right? The NES in Australia, it says Nintendo Entertainment System Mattel Edition.
Oh.
Because Mattel had the rights to release. I want him to get me a Mattel NES.
Yeah.
And mail it here. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it is neat. I mean, you see there's a place for cassette tapes, so they must have been selling other stuff at the same time. And then the back of it tells you, please remove this slick. and turn over for game instructions. I haven't removed the slick. Over here, we usually call it a jacket or a cover, but it's got a slick, and you pull it out, and there should be. Yeah, there they are. Game instructions for every game that's involved.
Wow.
But the guy also, the seller, he went ahead and sent me the actual U.S. instructions for every single game, too.
Okay. That's cool.
Nice.
So, yeah, I thought...
I want one of those plastic cases in my collection. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. I found a few others that they had in there, but they were a little bit more expensive. The guy was selling them a little bit pricier than this one was, so I didn't go for it. But, yeah, 5 games in one, that's pretty neat, especially like you threw in a Parker Brothers game with 4 Activision games. Kind of strange.
Right? I guess it's just whoever had the rights in Australia put them together.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't get that here. Although, like, I have that German, it's like the 32-in-1 cartridge. It's PAL, so it doesn't play on any of my systems. And it won't play on the Plus systems. But, yeah, it's a 32-in-1.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Stuff that we didn't... Oh, we were all into, by the time this came out, Nintendo and Genesis and Super Nintendo.
We were past that. But
32-in-1, that's my nickname for Poe's mom.
Part of the Smash Pack.
Part of the Smash Pack. Oh. TRS with a cassette player. Good old Radio Shack.
An old Radio Shack, yep. My brother had some color computers and whatnot. He didn't let me touch any of them, but he had them.
I miss when Radio Shack was like Radio Shack. You could go in there and you could buy like capacitors and all that stuff.
And you still could.
And it's all phones.
Yeah.
When I first got my ColecoVision, you still could, because I went right over to the one that was local and bought some components and a new switch and everything for it. And then next thing you know, it was out of business. And we had 3 Radio Shacks within probably 7 miles here back in the day.
So they stayed, like, I remember going and buying components from Radio Shack in like 2002, I think was the last time before they really, maybe it's what was I going to say? I'm distracted by Phil's comment about the Slurpee. 89-cent Slurpee. You're overpaying. She must not like you, Phil.
Yeah.
I have a reward card for Phil's mom. So.
7 times she pays you. But no, it's like Toys R Us, because Toys R Us Canada was different. Like, it died in the US, but it was still up here for another like 10 years, or however long. Like, we still have Toys R Us up here.
You still have them up there?
Yep.
Yeah, they're starting to bring some back here, but I don't know how close they are to the original.
Huh.
We didn't go when I was a kid to Toys R Us. Now, we took my kids there, for birthdays and stuff, go pick something up, but my parents never ever took us to Toys R Us. It was pretty far away.
The problem is the problem is that like, everything you can get online now.
Yep.
And it's cheaper, or you just go to Walmart or some other big department store.
If you're not where Bart lives, you can do Amazon Prime and have it. Some people are getting it right now today when they order it, or the next day. It's usually about 2 days for me with Prime, so it's very convenient.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy with Amazon Prime. Not to derail completely. If I order something Amazon Prime, it's going to take a week to 10 days. But if I order something for my mom who lives in Phoenix, as you know, Mike, I'll just say it for you. I can order it in the morning and she'll get it that afternoon. If I order for my son in Florida, same deal. You can order it and he'll get it the same day. If I want it for myself, I'm waiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
they're finally putting a same-day Amazon center near Pittsburgh now, so we'll see if that changes things for me.
Phil, last time I tried your mom's Slurpee, she didn't take her teeth out, and I got a staph infection. So I'm not going to try it again. What was the joke I made before? Like, Phil's mom is so nasty. I call her Anne of Gangrene Gables.
Oh, how quickly it can just come right back to the moms.
That's right.
Phil likes it when your mom accepts coupons.
She doesn't like when you use them, though, Phil.
Oh, that's funny stuff. That is funny stuff. All right. Well, Mike, do you have anything else you want to plug real quick before we end this thing?
I suppose Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got our interview with Jordan Taylor of Atari Hotels. You can watch on my channel or on the Retro Bliss Gaming channel, which I am totally going to tell his wife that he talks us dirty in chat. And Saturday, I will be streaming Intellivision Revolution games. I may get a video out this week, but if not, it's because I am recording a bunch of stuff for future videos.
Yeah. And
Nice.
Both Mike and Phil's channels are in the description below. If you're not already subscribed, I highly recommend you do so. And for us, we were going to try it to start last week, but we had to end up taking the dog to the vet, and Kelly couldn't get back in time for Two Player Tuesday. But we're going to try to do kind of a lead-in thing before your show. So
Okay.
7 o'clock Eastern, Kelly and I are going to jump on and play some Freeway and other
Nice.
things. But some Two Player Tuesday stuff. I know Casey had talked about, and if he needs to, I know his schedule is tighter than mine and Kelly's. We don't work during the week, so we could change.
Well, his mom is tighter than Phil's too.
That's true. That's why she charges twice as much, nearly a nickel a spot. But yeah, so that's my big thing. And then I think I'm going to keep shooting for basically Tuesday and Thursday night. Do the Two Player Tuesday, and then Thursday night I'll do something just myself playing Atari or Intellivision.
Nice.
And
Just there, turn on the camera and play with yourself.
just turn on the camera. I mean, it didn't work so good for OnlyFans. I'm hoping maybe on YouTube I'll have better luck. Yeah, but let's see what I'm seeing. Laughter in the chat.
Yeah, because it burns.
Back to the Ring of Fire. That's right. Still thinking about the milk mustache. Back to the Ring of Fire. Gotta run.
Phil's got to run.
Patient.
Yeah, she hates waiting for him to be able to get it up.
Megan says she believes she is subbed to both. That's the best way to do it, because that way you'll be sure to catch all their stuff. And Phil throws in his random. I mean, it used to be every day he played some live stuff, and he hasn't been able to do that, but he'll still sneak some stuff in on you. So
he's coming back. I think right now it has less to do with the migraines and more to do with like he's running around taking care of his mother right now.
Yeah.
That's what she tells me anyway. Right. So I'm hoping he's get a good maybe 3 times a week of a Retro Bliss live stream. That'd be, I think, a good medium for now.
Yeah. And Phil's live streams are a lot like my stuff and post stuff, where it'll make you feel better about your own gameplay. He's
except he has a lot more people watching it. That's
true. He has more people.
He makes
watching.
A lot of people feel good.
Yeah. And it's a good time. Poe, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about before we go?
No. I haven't made anything. So and now like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of people calling off, so we'll probably be working at least through Saturday again. So that'll give me another 1 day off come next week. So, but we'll try. We'll get something out here. I got to get my Tutankhamun video out, but I got to see if old Poe's willing to do it. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And make sure you put in your title better than Bart's.
That's right. That's right. We got some breaking news coming. We got to at least hold on for this. Phil is planning on streaming tomorrow, and Casey wants to know what time. So we're waiting to find out what time.
Lunchtime.
It's usually around like 11, 12.
Yeah.
In that case, Bart and I will play walkabout golf at the same time.
Right. Yeah. Have some medical conditions, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and low self-esteem.
And
he
a yeast
must have
infection.
low self-esteem if he's going for my mom. We love you, Phil.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And if my mom actually knew you, I'm sure she'd love you too.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully 11 or 12. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
11 or 12. Look for Phil's stuff. Just click that bell, then you'll know. Click that bell on Phil's channel. Let's see. The game is almost as good as this show. I don't know about that. I mean, NFL can't compete with this stuff. Megan is going to try to watch Phil. Then Megan will see you in the chat because I'm going to be there. And,
well, I guess I better show up and start saying some naughty words. I'm sorry. Phil.
I have every Monday. I have an 11 a.m. meeting and I have a 12 noon meeting. So depending on how long those go and when he goes live, I may see you in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, now it is his show is PG, but that doesn't mean it's not as fun.
It is fun. His show is PG. His chat is not always PG.
Yeah,
we keep it still within PG-13, but it's a fun chat to be in.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sometimes it's old school PG, like Jaws PG. Or,
yeah, there's only like 3 nipples shown.
Right.
It's still PG. Yeah.
You can drop one F-bomb and one set of boobs and you're still good.
Yeah.
Not modern PG where it's lower than G was back then.
Yeah. Damn kids, they're pampered today.
Yeah. But all right. Well, I think we'll end it here because I'm not going to lie. My generator's been running all day and I'm worried it's going to run out of gas.
And I gotta shovel what is surely another 5-6 inches of snow off the driveway.
Right.
Yeah,
well, definitely everybody go check out Mike's Gaming Mitch's Gaming Galaxy. You're going to love it. I mean, I'm sure you're already subscribed to him if you're in here, but if you're not, those intros are going to just knock you out. Love them. Absolutely love them. The reviews. He tells you like it is. He doesn't say, hey, this game is great if it's a pile of shit. So there you go.
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah, they're honest reviews.
Yeah, I gotta post to the OnlyFans.
Yeah. PG. Megan's PG also. So all right.
Yeah, check out Megan's channel also.
I did I think last week or maybe two weeks ago, I did subscribe to MeganTron. I haven't had a chance to watch any of it yet, but I will.
Yeah, she has some cool little 2 to 3 minute videos of playing some old Atari 2600 games that are easy to jump in and out of. You don't even need a lot of time, just so
I like those kind of channels.
Yeah, it's and it's good. It's good stuff. And so, all right, then I guess we'll call it right here. So I do. Do I still have an outro? I guess I still have an outro.
12-hour outro coming up.
Yeah.
And Mike suggested that maybe me and you had eyes for each other in some of these. I think it's the AI, guys. The AI did it.
You look dreamily. Actually, there's one scene where like Poe. It starts with you on face and it looks like Poe, and then you turn and start running, and it actually kind of looks like me.
There's a couple that I didn't put in here that I did share with you guys. The ET segment had me and Bart on the same bike, and Bart put his head on my shoulder, and that one. And there was another one where we were playing like a Super Nintendo. There's a version of it in here, but the other version had us like staring longingly in each other's eyes afterwards, and like that.
It's
that
the
didn't make
21st century. You guys can come out as a couple. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, Poe says it that the AI did it, but I remember we shot that scene several times because he kept fucking up his lines. I don't know. I don't know why.
Remember, you can sleep pole to pole, you can sleep hole to hole, but never sleep pole to hole.
All right, and there we go.
Wise words.
Words of wisdom from Mike Scamming.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks again, Mike, for coming in and
thank you,
sticking it out for 2.5 hours. Here goes the outro so it'll be another half hour. Here we go.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. We hope to see you next week.
Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the retro game stories. You know what they did. From Atari to Zaxxon, every secret unwound. Best closing credits theme. The baddest around. Flippers are flapping. The high scores in sight. Talking on consoles, day in and day out. Through the night, every button pressed, every cartridge blown clean. Reliving the glory on a glowing screen. Hanging out with Poe and Offgrid. Yeah, the retro game stories. You know what they did. From Atari to Zaxxon, every secret unwound. Best closing credits theme. The baddest around. No cheat codes needed, just passion and fun. For every true gamer till the podcast is done.